everyone, it's Dr. Renee Clausell. Today we are going to talk about relationship killers and what not to do in a relationship when conflict arises. And let's be honest, all relationships have conflict. That's healthy. But it's what you do when conflict arises that can make or break a relationship. So we're going to get into it. But before we do, please subscribe to this channel if you like the content and click the like button. It helps people find me and this content. And it also helps me know a little bit about what you guys really want to hear, what you don't care about, that kind of stuff. So if you like this content, please click the like button. Okay. What destroys relationships is poor communication during conflict. And in the mental health world, we talk about the 4 horsemen that destroy relationships. So in order to effectively communicate in relationships, it's crucial to combat the 4 horsemen, which are criticism, always critiquing your partner, contempt, saying things that makes it seem like you are better than your partner or you look down on them, defensiveness, when your partner brings something up to you, not accepting responsibility or acknowledging your part in it, and stonewalling. Stonewalling is when basically you give the silent treatment and just refuse to engage in dialogue about whatever problem or conflict has arisen. So how do we avoid these things so that we can have healthy dialogue with our partners and not have conversations that turn toxic? So by avoiding criticism, or in order to avoid criticism, one of the things you can do is if you have something to say to your partner, express your feelings and your needs constructively. And a lot of times that looks like using I statements. So I feel statements, I guess. So I feel unheard. I feel sad. I feel disappointed. I feel angry when, and kind of lead that way. And it's important to do those things in like neutral moments, not in the heat of a moment or in the middle of a problem or a conflict blowing up. You really need to have these sorts of conversations in neutral moments. The other thing is the reason why it's important to not criticize and to use I statements and feeling statements is that we want to create a healthy dialogue with our partner, not gridlock. That's very important. When people go at their partner with critical statements, it really makes someone naturally just dig their heels in and not really hear you, but almost think about their rebuttal. And you get in a power struggle, which really goes nowhere and turns toxic very quickly. Okay, so the other horseman is contempt. And how can we counter that? Instead of showing like your position is better or what you're saying is like your partner is the problem, you try to show some appreciation and respect. So let's say a conflict has come up. You can say something like, well, we always want to start with the good, right? I appreciate so much when you do I respect your position. I understand why you might be doing whatever it is. This is how I feel about it. Do you think we can have a conversation about it? That introduction helps people enter a conversation, hopefully in a way that they can problem solve with you. The other thing, defensiveness. How can we minimize defensiveness? Well, when a partner comes to us with their feelings and their needs, if they feel like they're not being met, to take responsibility and acknowledge your part in it. Act like you are, or not act, like genuinely listen, actively listen to what your partner's saying. Acknowledge their feelings, how they might be hurt. Express that you've heard what they're saying. And then talk about, things that you might do to change your behavior, or ideas you might have to change the dynamic, as opposed to being defensive. And stonewalling. This is my absolute, this is the one I hate the most. Stonewalling, when you give someone the silent treatment, as opposed to wanting to problem solve or wanting to talk or wanting to connect through the conflict. Ways that you can overcome stonewalling is to take breaks, right? Allow your partner to take a break. If something has gotten heated, allow your partner to take a break. You take a break, take some time to calm down, and then return to the conversation with a clear mind and an open heart. The key here is remember to come back to the conversation. So sometimes people will give others a silent treatment and just shut them down. It's important to say, you know, babe, I really think I need to clear my mind here a little bit. Let's take a pause, or, let's put this on pause and come back at a more neutral time when I feel like I'm able to really hear you and express my heart openly. And then make sure to come back. That helps your partner feel heard and lets them know you are taking responsibility for your piece in it, and that you really do appreciate and love the connection and you want to work on it. Together, these strategies can help you and your partner nurture stronger and more fulfilling connection in your relationship. Of course, all of this is easier said than done, especially when you're in the heat of the moment and everybody's angry, which is why a lot of couples therapists recommend things like individual therapy in addition to couples therapy, or using a lot of mindfulness techniques, or things that help regulate your nervous system so that you can calm down and problem solve. I often recommend, like I said, working with a therapist before too much damage is done, right? So if you are continuously seeing that the four horsemen show up in your connection with your partner when there's conflict, trust me, there's going to be damage that could be irreparable. So what I say to couples is, as soon as you start to see those red flags, get into therapy so the therapist can give you the skills prior to irreparable damage, basically. So that means connecting with someone likely before you really feel like you need them. What's really sad is a lot of people that come to my practice, or couples that come to my practice, and they, want to get on a good track, and they want to better their relationship. They come like a little bit, I don't want to say too late, but when so much damage has happened that it's really hard to pull them back into a good place. And this is important because, like I said, every couple has problems and conflict and arguments, but it's really about how you work through them and how quickly you repair. So it's the healing and rebuilding after the damage that really is the key to couples that stay together. Research shows that couples that are able to repair and rebuild quickly have the greatest chance of staying together long term. So it's crucial to address the pain and the devastation that can be brought on by the four horsemen in conflict. It's important to address it as quickly as possible, and to focus on recovery in your relationship and being resilient as a couple. By coming together and supporting each other, you can overcome the challenges that build a better future and build a stronger relationship. Remember, resiliency is not about avoiding the storm in the relationships, but about learning to dance in the rain together. If you're looking for support in your relationships or overall mental health, check out my Self-Help University. The link is below. And of course, for therapy with me, there's a link below for that as well. I'm sorry, I'm so tongue-tied today. It's beautiful outside, and I want to get this content out and then get outside and enjoy nature. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Bye till next time.